So I'm sure as people get prepared for this special week and special Shabbat in Jewish life, it will be a good idea to remind everybody that one of the main mitzvahs, at least ritual mitzvahs, that we are supposed to keep, and we do it very well, is to have an eternal light in every synagogue. No? People, when they come, they ask us sometimes, what do you demand in a synagogue to become a synagogue? And beside the Sefer Torah, they look for the eternal light. By the way, a couple of years ago, I went to a classroom, and I asked, and I showed them the Holy Ark. They came to the synagogue, the Holy Ark, and then I say, and this is the eternal light. And a while later, I received a very nice note from a child who said, Rabbi, I like very much your message about the internal light. It made me think that the guy was right. Maybe the role of the eternal light is to remind us not only God's presence in every place and if you allow him inside of us, but that we have as individuals and as a Jewish people an internal light. What do you think?
Right. It also connects with something else coming this week, because the eternal light, which has to be inside. To really have a presence of God, you have to have it inside. The light is eternal, but it has to be internalized so we sense God's presence. And the same thing with Jewish people. The Jewish people is called eternal. Jerusalem's called the eternal city. So how do you keep something eternal? Only if you internalize it, only if it becomes part of your very being, and you're always thinking about it, remembering it, and focusing on it, which is what's coming up now with the story of Purim. That one moment in Jewish history when the Jewish people almost lost its eternity. That was the idea behind Haman. Haman wanted to wipe the Jewish people off the face of the earth. And so with all the fun that the holiday represents, and we have the grogger, we dress up crazy, we wear wild hats, it's craziness. But at the same time, it's done to internalize it. Every Jew looks forward to Purim every single year. It's one of the biggest holidays.
Maybe that's the reason that a traditional source says that when the Messiah will come, every holiday, there will be no need to keep them. The Messiah is here. Beside Purim, because the message of going after the Jewish body, the Jewish soul, the Jewish light will always be there, and we need to be very, very aware of that.
If we don't focus on this message of Purim, then we can't maintain the Jewish people. We can't even maintain goodness. What happens is the moment you let off Haman, the moment you take your eye off Haman, which Haman is, whether he's a historical character or not, he is true. He represents evil, that attempt to wipe goodness off of the face of the earth. Haman's always there. That's why we have to remember. That's why it's called the Shabbos of Remembrance. Haman is always there. You take your eye off that for too long a period of time. You don't watch out for it, and it will come and it will overwhelm you.
So let us be clear. In this synagogue and these rabbis, we are not paranoids, but we know history, and we don't want history to repeat itself. That's why this is Shabbat Zachor, the Shabbat of remembering. Shabbat Shalom.
Have a wonderful Chag Sameach. Enjoy the Purim festivities.